Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, especially to the political theory series. In this video, we will going to discuss John Locke's views about state. So without wasting our time, let us begin. In John Locke's theories, the origin of the state can be traced back to state of nature. John Locke's idea of state of nature was peaceful and harmonious, but people decided to live so as to avoid upcoming possible problems. They came together and made two contracts. First, social contract, because of what the commonwealth or the state was established, and second one is governmental contract, because of which the government was established. The nature of the contract of John Locke is that the social contract was binding. The consent of individuals to the membership in the political community might be explicit or tacit. The effect of the social contract was binding on all its founders, even the sovereign not exception to it. Now let us examine the people's position in the state according to John Locke. According to John Locke, the power of the state is not vested in a single man but in the entire community, which means people holds supreme power. People are so much powerful that they can even replace the king. He even goes on to say that the state and the government and the society is exist to preserve the individual's rights. In terms of minority rights, John Locke said that minority is bound by the will of the majority, who might use force if necessary. And talking about government, he said that the government was established as a result of the contract. So it is responsible and power is limited by moral laws and constitutional traditions or the conventions. Foremost duty of government was to preserve the individual rights. In John Locke's theory of state, the state was not sovereign. The word sovereignty does not occur in anywhere throughout his treatise. It only has power to protect, means the state has only power to protect the natural law. If observed closely, it becomes clear that the real sovereignty was with civil society. And in fact, John Locke was the first person to profess the separation of power. First one is legislative power, and second one is executive power, and thirdly federal power, and professed the separation of legislative and executive powers. But the credit of further developing it or the further developing the separation of power without doubt goes to Montesquieu. He classified it into three categories. Instead of a federal power, he made another category, that is judicial power, which was later adopted to the USA's constitution. And Locke argued that state should deal with only preservation of social order and not with religion. Thus he separated church and the state. Considering the location of the legislative authority as basis of his classification, John Locke classified states into three categories. Firstly monarchies, then aristocracies, and thirdly democracies. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and equally benefited. If you want to give any suggestions, please put it in the comment section below. And if you want to add anything to it, please write it down in the comment section. Thank you so much.